Hello, friends. Good evening and a very warm welcome to today's session, live sessions on Facebook. And again, good evening to all and welcome. First of all, thanks to Calorex Group and Visamo Kids Foundation for inviting me to speak to you all on this platform and giving this opportunity to express certain insights, industry insights that I have and I can share with you. I first of all would like to congratulate Visamo Kids Foundation for the wonderful work that they are doing in their field, and all the best to them for their future endeavor. Please allow me to introduce myself and the topic that I am going to speak on today. Myself, Swarachita Chakraborty, and I am from the IT industry with more than 22 years of experience. Having worked so many years on a lot of technology that I can speak about. So today is the challenge of what is this technology bringing us in our day-to-day lives and how we are going to meet these challenges. So I'm going to speak on the topic life's challenges, reskilling and upskilling. So there are two things that I'm talking about, reskilling and upskilling. I will slowly come to that point and we are going to discuss about it. But first, let's talk about the life's challenges. Technology today is changing at a very fast pace. It is changing at a pace where you are not even seeing a technology last for 5 years also. Earlier it used to last for 10 to 15 years. But now we find that technology changes 5 years or even less than that. So at this pace, many people are challenged as to how to keep up with the pace of this change in technology in today's world. You must have found that our elderly people, they struggle with being smart on the smartphone. We are also sometimes we struggle with playing and working with the apps, the mobile apps, new apps that come every day. Almost every day you find new apps coming in. So these are the kind of challenges which are there in day-to-day life. Similarly, with not only our personal life, but also the industry is facing these challenges because of the technological development. When I say technological development, this is not only meant for IT industry, it's across all industries. And believe me, this particular change of technology is creating a lot of skill gap. So, what sort of changes are we looking at? Currently, there are a lot of changes that are happening in the industry, and there are some changes that I would like to bring in front of you. First of all, something similar that you have heard about and you know about, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence gives a lot of benefits to you. You have the Alexa and the Siris of the world to work with, play with, and take advantage of. But with the advent of this technology, lot of challenges also came for the technology world as to how to work with it, how to work towards it, how to make it successful. So AI is one of the most recent challenging things that are happening. Then we come to Internet of Things, IoT. IoT is very interesting. It's all devices connected over the internet, and you are supposed to get the data and take advantage of it and utilize all the kind of various devices and bring it to a certain result. So Internet of Things is something that I can give you an example of. When in the flight cockpit, it's a single point or a position from where the pilot is controlling the entire aircraft. Even the engine room, the apparatus in the engine room are being controlled. So all this is through IoT. Then there is the evolution in the healthcare segment. Healthcare is changing very fast again. The MRIs of the world, we have never thought about some 20 years, 30 years ago. There are so many equipments, medical equipments which have come into place. We have our own apparatus to measure the blood pressure and sugar at home. So it's so easy and so well advanced technologies are there. So we need to understand this technology. We need to keep up with the pace of the change of this technology. Then there is the aerospace industry, where there are new aircrafts, very sophisticated technologies are being used, and the changes are happening. Then you have agriculture as well. Agricultural industry also is looking at changes. The kind of seeds that are going to be produced are in a very new format, and there are irrigation methods, techniques, devices which the farmers have to learn about and utilize. So it is always a challenge to keep up to the skills which are required to utilize these kind of changes in the technology. We also have in front of us the automatic car, which we are going to have as driverless cars now. You will be sitting just as a passenger and the car will be driven along. So how to manage, how to utilize this, how to capture this kind of technological changes into our own lives? We need a lot of skills for that. And this skill required in the industry is actually creating a lot of gap. And how this gap is being satisfied is what we are going to discuss today. So the skill gap is something so serious that I can give you an example. It said that almost 80,000 IT professionals are required in France by 2020 to meet the technological changes. Also, there is another example where we find that there is around 230,000 only data scientists are required in US alone. Then there is UK, where there is a data which says 23% of their workforce are yet to be completely in a digitalized mode. Just imagine, in today's digital world, you are having a skill gap of 23% in the digital world. So this is the kind of skill gap that we are talking about in the industry. And believe me, to meet the ends is something very challenging for the people who have to work with this workforce. So the skill gap can be mended in two ways. Either you are going to hire people who are ready-made, you are finding in the market, you're going to reach out to the people, they have the technology know-how, and you are going to have them in your organization. This is one system. But the topic that we are going to discuss today is just the other one, which is training your own professionals, your own workforce, and you are going to see that they work with you, stay with you, progress with you, so that you are able to do better business at this time. So to actually train your own workforce and the resources, you are going to take two things into consideration. One is reskilling and one is upskilling. So what is the reskilling and upskilling, and what is the difference between the two of them? Reskilling is somewhere you have been working on a particular platform or a system for, say, more than almost 5 to 10 years time. But then suddenly you find that that particular industry or the platform is not working at all, and there is lack of job on that particular system. So you can't continue working on that system any longer. You have to look for options. So what are you doing? You are actually looking at retraining completely on a new platform on which you find there are projects available, there is work available, and you will get your due rewards. So you are completely changing from one system or a platform knowledge to another platform knowledge, which is called reskilling. This reskilling is really advantageous for the workforce and the organization also. The reason is you are not going to waste your resources. The work is not going to be monotonous for the people, and you don't run the risk of having layoffs and not having people who are actually billable, workable for you. So you are actually going to do a complete reskilling of them to make them best utilized in the organization. What is upskilling? Upskilling is something you are doing on your own desire or on the requirement of the projects, where you are enhancing your knowledge on a particular platform or a particular system. You are doing this upskilling to enhance and have growth in your career. You are going to move along the ladder of career, so you are going to get promotions, you are getting to get rewards, achieve something in the project. So to do all these things, to achieve all these things, you are going to keep on upskilling yourself. Just like we upskill by, a new smartphone that we have, when we try and find all the things that it is working on and what sort of device facilities are there, we try and investigate. This is what we are doing for upskilling. So upskilling in the industry is also important. Otherwise, your workforce will not be motivated and they are not going to give you that sort of productivity which you are desiring from them. Now, what are the advantages of the reskilling and upskilling? Reskilling and upskilling, first of all, gives retention of the workforce. As I had explained, the workforce who are seeing that they are not able to work on a particular platform, they will completely reskill onto a new platform and they are going to work on that. Similarly, the upskilling is also required, where you are enhancing your capabilities on a particular platform to do newer projects, to take up newer challenges, to take up new roles. So this is the way you are having your retention of the workforce, and you don't need to ask people to leave the organization, or they are not going to feel as if they are left out. Second is, there is the morale boosting is there if you are doing reskilling and upskilling. Obviously, the resources are going to be very motivated because they are getting to learn something new, and they are also going to get newer challenges as far as new roles are concerned, new job is concerned, new projects are concerned. So the morale boosting is also happening simultaneously. When your workforce is working very well for you, when they are reskilled, they are having a high morale boost. So for all these things, they will also try and achieve higher customer satisfaction for you. This is the third advantage that you find. Similarly, what happens is, when your customer satisfaction is high, organization is also doing well, revenue wise, their business wise. More so, we find that you are able to attract new talents. The moment reskilling is happening, the reskilled employees are actually open for newer kind of jobs and offers. So you are able to attract these kind of resources to your organization. You can hire them and you can utilize them, or there can be movement even within the organization also for the reskilling ones. Then we also have the advantage of meeting future demand. Like, if you know that there is a particular technology which has come into the market, look at artificial intelligence. Now, programming for artificial intelligence is such a new thing to be done. So you are reskilling your resources to learn the language and work in that particular platform, on that particular platform. So you are motivating your people, and you are also meeting the future demand which is coming as far as business is concerned for you. Then there is mobility of talent. Suppose you are having on one hand your workforce which was supposed to be working only on a particular system or a platform. Then you are reskilling them so they can move to the same organizations another department or another zone or another sector. So that way you are actually motivating the mobility of talent from one pool to the other. So this is very important for organizations today. Then you are fostering adaptability. The more you are able to learn, the more you are trained, the more you are knowledgeable, and the more you are skilled, the more you will be adapting to newer situations, to newer roles and newer jobs. So this is the way you are fostering adaptability, and this is also very important for this organization. Then there is increase in collaboration with the workforce. The workforce, when they are working together, they are training each other, they are training the workforce on other platforms, newer platforms. That way collaboration is created between the workforce. Reskilling and the unexpected places you will find that reskilling can happen. This is another interesting thing. You might find that one particular person was not working well in one situation or on one particular platform. That particular person is very unexpectedly working excellent when he is reskilled, he or she is reskilled. So reskilling is again bringing up a lot of advantage for the organization. Then leveraging the wisdom. You will find that lot of wisdom is there within the organization through trainings, through sharing of knowledge, through knowledge sharing sessions. You are able to not only reskill and upskill the resources, but also share the wisdom which is already existing within the organization. Then you can, with all these things, you are able to improve on employee satisfaction and also the employee's brand value. So the more the satisfied workforce you have, the more you are going to have your workforce managed well, working well, the revenue is going to come, the businesses are going to flourish, and so the brand value is also going to improve. So with all these advantages, reskilling and upskilling are the two very important things in today's industry world, with all the challenges that we are facing, with ever-changing technology and the fast-changing technologies as well. So to cater to this, it is not only, answer is not only hiring new workforce. You have to take care of your own workforce, and you have to build that workforce towards your own advantage or benefit of your own business. So this way you are able to work it out to your advantage through reskilling and upskilling. This is the knowledge and insights that I wanted to share with you all today. I think I have not taken much of your time, but I hope that from today's session you are able to take back some insights, what we are facing in the industry today, what challenges we are facing, and how we are trying to manage by accepting this challenge as a new learning and also as a new way of working in the industry. This particular session, I am very thankful to my friend Sudeshna, who has invited me to speak on this platform today, and I hope with this I should be able to help you in some way, and I hope that you have really liked the session. And thanks for joining once again, and I wish all the best to Vizamo Kids and Foundation once again, and hope they do well in their future endeavor. Thank you for joining with me. Thanks. Good evening. Bye.